Welcome back. You're watching us here on Midcap Radar. The Midcap on our radar right now is Sharda Cropchem. The management joins us after the company posted a very good set of earnings in the second quarter. The EBITDA, the net profit, up over 70%. R.V. Bubna, who's the chairman and managing director of the company, joins us now. Thanks a lot, sir, for joining in, and congratulations on a strong operational performance for the company. And the obvious question then that begets asking is the first half, your revenues, 23% in terms of growth? And this is much ahead of your 15% growth estimations at the start of this year. Do you want to up that estimate? And do you believe that the margins will be more 18 than 15?
Yes, sir. You said what is the fact. The margins are going to be better in the range of 18 to 20%, closer to 20%. And the revenue is also going to grow in the range of about 20% for the full year.
Okay. All right. So you're upping your guidance both on revenues and margins, expecting revenue growth of 20% in FY26 versus 15% earlier, and margins between 18 to 20%. Can you give us a sense of how the demand is looking like right now, sir? Because Sharda Cropchem has seen growth despite the headwinds that we've been seeing in the industry. What is the current realization? Is pricing better across geographies?
Yes, it is rising across geographies. Our main geographies are Western Europe and NAFTA, and both these regions are doing very well. The demand is also very encouraging.
Okay. So what kind of volume growth are you expecting in FY26? That 20% growth that you're talking about, how much of it will come from good pricing? How much it from volume growth?
Madam, most of it will be from the volume growth and also improvement in the pricing.
All right. Because the first half, your volumes have, the second quarter at least, your volumes have grown 35%, whereas the revenue has grown just around 20%. So was there any price degrowth there? And do you expect this mix to move more towards price than volume?
No, it is, I would say, mainly due to product mix.
Okay.
Have you made any changes to the product mix, Mr. Bubna? Because the headwinds are behind the company. You're saying all the geographies are doing well. Are you looking at higher margin products, value-added products, and that is something which is leading to better growth?
That is always our target and strategy. We have a big portfolio of hundreds of products, and we concentrate on the products which give us a better margin. And since we are not a manufacturer, we are not affected if we leave out the products which have become common and commodity.
And what's the mix right now, value-added versus commoditized products in your overall portfolio, sir?
Value-added, and value-added is more and more than commoditized.
What's the mix exact?
It's difficult to say. I'm just telling the trend, and the trend, that's the only thing I can say.
Okay. You know, we have spoken about registrations earlier as well and how expensive they can get when you have to register a product in a geography. Can you give us a sense of what are the products under registration? What kind of product addition are you planning in the coming years?
We have around more than 1,000 products in the pipeline. And the process of registration is so uncertain.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to predict. Because we are dependent upon various government and bureaucratic authorities. They meet at as per their convenience, and they cancel the meetings among themselves. At the last moment, if something else comes up.
Right. Okay, we hope that, the transition is fairly smooth. But, I'm looking at your product mix. In the second quarter, nearly 2/3 of your revenue came in from herbicides. Insecticides accounted for about 20% of your revenue, and fungicides were the others. But, the biggest jump is what we saw in insecticides. From 133 crores, it jumped all the way up to 219 crores. Is this growth sustainable? What is your revenue mix likely to be between herbicides, insecticides, and fungicides over the next, say, 3 to 5 years as you, increase your product pipeline registration?
The growth has been always more in the herbicides.
Okay.
But this is in the insecticides. And this is depending totally on the market demand, the climate, and the sowing pattern. It is difficult to predict, but I'm happy that this time the insecticides have also grown well.
Is this sustainable?
It is sustainable.
Okay. Mr. Bhupna, we usually talk about the agrochem segment only. Let's talk about the non-agrochem segment as well. It is a smaller part of the business, but what is the growth outlook here? You did see volumes decline. You did see revenues decline despite a volume growth that you saw this time. What is the outlook on this business?
It's more or less matching with the agrochemical business.
Okay, so you will expect 20% growth even in the belting or the non-agrochemical business. Am I right?
Yes, you are right.
Okay, okay.
I'm just looking at the capex. The first half of this year, you've done about 250 crores of capex. Then you have about 450 to 500. Is this just maintenance capex, or is this some new debottlenecking or increased capacity that you're putting out? And on this, typically, what is the kind of revenue turns that you get?
Sir, it is mainly due to for the expenditure, capital expenditure we are incurring on the registrations, which are, most of them are new. But the process is some products are closer to the receiving registration, and some other things have just started. And as I have said again, that the process is very uncertain and unpredictable. But overall, we'll have to invest about 450 to 500 crores also in this year.
Okay. And final question before we let you go. First half revenues were very strong, and even your balance sheet looked a lot better because working capital days came down from what, nearly 120 to about a little over 80. Is there likely to be more improvement from here on?
It will be at least maintaining around this. It could be small improvement as well.
All right. Take that point. Thank you so much for joining in. Good to hear you. Very optimistic over, you've upped your revenue guidance, your margin guidance, looking good for working capital days as well. Unpredictability around product registrations continues, but you are hopeful with over 1,000 products in the pipeline for registration. Wish you good luck and good to speak to you. Take a short break. Come back, tell you more on the markets and a lot of the other stock-specific action which is underway on Midcap Radar.